So at halftime, what's the locker room like under head coach
It
Joe
depends.
Mazzulla?
I think from soon as that horn goes off, even during the first half, I'm constantly saying, okay, what did we do well? What didn't we do well? What hurt us? And you try to anticipate on what's going to happen in the second. And then when the horn goes off, it's about a 45-second to a minute walk to the back. You're kind of deciding about like, all right, like what does the team need right now in this moment? And then, what are we going to focus on? And so in that game, you're talking about you foul a 3-point shooter 3 times and you give them 9 potential points out of that you have to take that away. And so I think you're just constantly, but it changes, right? Sometimes you're in there and you show film, sometimes you're in there and like you don't show any film. Sometimes it's like, okay, who does an individual player need something or does the team need something? And so you're just constantly diagnosing what needs what at that moment, figuring out like, okay, where do we need to be better that we can control? Where do we need to be better of the things that, we sucked at? And then, try to get ready for the second half there.
Now, how long is the halftime?
It's 15 minutes. By the time you get back to the locker room, it's like 13:30. And then you got 3.5 minutes to look at the halftime edit to see what you want to show. And you try to show the halftime edit at like 10.
So do you have, because like whenever our halftime, it was clockwork. We would come in for halftime. It was 13 minutes or 12 minutes. Coaches would have 2 minutes together while we were to undrain, like let our emotions get down. And then we break up into O&D. Offensive coach would have his 4 keys that we're going into. Defensive coach would have his 4 keys. We'd have 2 minutes there. Then we'd have 2 minutes as a team. And then special teams would have 1 minute or what, like it was broken down. Like, do you guys have a moment where like that, or it's different because you guys are so small?
Yeah, it's different. So I think you're in the back.
As far as roster size.
No, by the time we get to the team, it's probably 4 clips offense, 4 clips defense. Or if one side of the ball is just so much more drastically different impacting the game, you just focus on that. But it's like that in the staff of like, the offense team will give their insight. The defense team will give their insight. The coach doing the halftime edit kind of puts in order of what's most important. And you're just, so in that 3.5 minutes, you're kind of deciding, okay, what's the most important? Is it are both important or are we focusing on one?